Once again, you're out looking for yet another apartment. You've just finished an apartment tour and you're back in the property manager's office. He's droning on about the next steps and the fees you'll have to pay up front to move in. You're only half listening because by now you're used to the drill. You're ready for the onslaught of fees. The application fee, the credit check fee, the security deposit, and of course, the first month's rent. But then you're snapped back to attention as he starts listing fees that you've never heard of before. The approval fee, the moving fee, the pest control fee. You thank the property manager for his time and are left wondering about where all these new fees came from and what they really are. We're talking new junk rental fees today on Renter Confidential. There are a few upfront fees that renters can typically expect when committing to a new rental property. Fees to verify the information on the application, perform a credit and/or background check, and the security deposit are very common. However, there is a disturbing trend as of late where landlords and property managers are adding additional fees that must either be paid upfront or are added to the quoted monthly rent that must be paid each month. In a recent article, one applicant spent $525 in additional charges, including a $300 screening fee, a $175 moving fee, and a $50 application fee. The landlord then charged another $200 approval fee. In addition, the same prospective tenant received and signed a copy of a 50-page, that's 50-page lease that contains several other fees, such as pest control, trash removal, and package locker that added $83 to her monthly rent. So in this situation, the renter paid $725 in fees up front before she was even able to move in, and that did not include the first month's rent or the security deposit. Well, let's take these fees one by one. First, the $300 screening fee. When you apply for an apartment, you complete an application, and the landlord will need to verify the information on your application, which will take some time on their part. There are a few phone calls and possibly even a written letter or email involved. However, even at a rate of $50 per hour, it won't take 6 hours to verify that information. I would absolutely classify this as a junk fee because it's inflated and much higher than it should be. Next, the $175 moving fee. Unless the landlord is providing her a truck and helping her move her items into the apartment, this fee is also completely bogus. The $50 application fee is up next. As we've covered earlier, the screening fee was inflated beyond reality. But to then turn around and charge an application fee on top of that is simply double dipping. They seem to be charging two fees for the same thing and giving the fees different names to confuse the applicant. The $200 approval fee. For me, this is the fee that is the most ridiculous. Many property managers are paid by the property owner to locate a new renter. So to collect a fee from the renter for approving them is once again double dipping. But on top of that, information about the renter has been collected. It doesn't take 4 hours of deep analysis to determine whether you'd like to rent to that individual or not. 99% of the time, it's just a simple question of whether the renter meets the required rental criteria or not. With the upfront fees out of the way, now we can focus on the monthly fees charged to determine whether these are junk fees as well. Based on my experience, the answer is no. These aren't junk fees. While the amount charged may be inflated, the monthly fees seem to be related to specific services and/or amenities that the property offers to their residents. However, the article never says if these monthly fees are mandatory or if residents have the choice to opt out. At this point, we're going to take a quick break here for today's sponsor, Apartment Search Secrets. This free book removes stress from your apartment search. The link is in the show notes, and here's the trailer for this amazing book. That new job you've been looking for finally came through. So you're taking on a new adventure in a brand new city, which all means one thing: packing. And the stress it brings. But you can drop all that stress for free with Apartment Search Secrets. With this short ebook at your side, you'll know your value as a renter. You'll know what the internet can't tell you. You'll see landlord problems coming a mile away. And you'll get the best perspective on your rental search. Visit rentalsecrets.net for your free copy today. And we're back. During our experience with COVID, property managers and landlords closed many of the amenities that their properties had to offer out of an abundance of caution. And in fact, most property leases will allow them to close those amenities briefly for required repairs and maintenance. However, these leases did not contemplate those amenities being closed for 3 years. Nor did they contemplate whether rent can or should be charged at the same rate when the amenities are closed for prolonged periods. So adding these fees may be an attempt to separate the rent from the charges for the amenities to ensure there can be no dispute about the rent amount that is owed should the amenities ever be closed for prolonged periods of time again in the future. Also, by separating out the amenity charges, property managers can market their apartments with a lower rental price in their advertisements to attract more foot traffic. However, they would then be required to be upfront with each rental applicant about what is included in the rent price from the ad and what isn't. And in my book, if they use the lower rent price in their ads, then the monthly charges for the amenities must be optional. Renting a new property and moving is hard enough without being confronted with surprise junk fees that are either inflated or just invented out of thin air. For renters, the accumulation of junk fees creates extra financial strain, leading to increased debt and greater difficulty in finding a new place to live. Aside from eroding renters' trust, junk fees pose a considerable threat to the entire rental industry. As I pointed out in a previous episode, renters are placing a significant amount of trust in their landlord by choosing their property. These excessive fees undermine the transparent and fair market dynamics that should drive the rental industry. In addition to undermining trust and fair market dynamics, these fees are also inviting additional government scrutiny into the rental property industry. According to the article, the Senate Banking Committee's Subcommittee on Financial Institutions and Consumer Protection hosted a hearing on junk fees, including in the rental housing market. Did you catch that? The U.S. Senate, one of the slowest moving governmental bodies on the planet, is already talking about these fees. In addition, the White House is pushing for regulation to control these junk fees. How long do landlords think it will be before state governments start getting in on this regulatory push? The property rental industry is already complaining that regulation is pushing up prices for renters. But in this case, property managers and landlords are simply inviting more of what they don't want. This is not unlike the scrutiny Dr. Connors brought to Oscorp in the movie The Amazing Spider-Man 2 after he tried to turn everyone in New York City into a lizard. Subpar behavior affecting everyone involved attracts all kinds of unwanted attention. So best to stop these junk fees now before there's another regulatory agency the industry will have to answer to. As you know, here at Renter Confidential, we're all about concrete, actionable steps that you can take as a renter to protect yourself. Step number 1. I've said it before and I'll continue saying it until the end of time. Read your lease. Even if it is 50 pages. If you don't want to read the 50 pages, then don't rent there, because the last thing you want is to put yourself in a situation where you've unknowingly agreed to surprise ongoing monthly charges. Step number 2. Subscribe to Renter Confidential so you'll have an understanding of what charges are normal within the industry and which ones are suspect. Step number 3. Ask for an itemized list of any upfront charges that you'll be expected to pay in order to move in, and ask them to explain each charge in detail. And lastly, when you are presented with junk fees, make your experience known. You can start with social media, but also contact advocacy groups, local campaigns, and tenant associations, which may offer more impactful avenues to affect broader change. Thanks for watching Rental Confidential. Happy apartment hunting. When it comes to renting, insider information is the best roommate you can ever have.